Hello there, sir.
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Doing well.
All right, all right. Tell them what we got this week, man.
All right, we're gonna talk a little bit of election stuff, man, and news of the week, and we might even get into a little bit of sports, a little bit of NFL, week 9, if we got time. It'll be a shorter broadcast than it's been in the past, but we got some good stuff.
Gotcha. Give them the how they can reach us and how they can see the things and everything.
Yeah, as like always, man, we do this every week, and we post usually a day or two after we do the broadcast. So we got at Gents MS on X, we got at Gents MS on Spoutable. We put all of our content up on YouTube. You can get our shorts. You can get the full podcast if you want up on YouTube. And if you got any suggestions, any recommendations, you can always hit us up on email at gentsmakingsense@yahoo.com.
And as usual, hold on a second.
Hunt you down, smash like. Do it now, or I'll hunt you down, smash like. Do it now.
There you go. You heard it here. So let's try to get on there, get our viewership up. We got some exciting things that are coming up pretty soon. We're gonna have more guests in the future. We're gonna start lining up guests for our next season. We're at our 31st episode now, and we're gonna finish out the year. And then next year we're gonna have some brand new season 2, new episodes with more. We're gonna try to get more guest speakers and everything. So look forward to it. Okay. So tonight, what we're gonna start off with, we got a lot of stuff to cover. But as you know, since we've been away, there was an election. If you want to call it that, it was an election. It was a beatdown for the most part. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Sulayman tell us what he thinks. We're gonna have a PSA by Mr. Sulayman the PSA, and I'm gonna leave the stage. And when he's done, we're gonna come back on and we're gonna talk some numbers. We're gonna look at some numbers and try to figure out what those numbers mean. So take it away, Sulayman.
Yeah, as Tony said, man. I mean, we obviously had an election. It was a beatdown for the Democrats. Republicans, potentially have obviously the Supreme Court, the Senate, and the House, so they can essentially do what they want. So what I've said, and I've always said from the beginning, is Americans deserve what Americans vote for. And I think there are a lot of people out there that, for whatever reason they voted for whoever they voted for, are about to actually find out what they voted for. We've seen this movie before with Trump, and now he has no guardrails. So we are essentially going to see the destruction of the government that most of us have been used to our entire lives. And there are a lot of people out there that voted against their own self and economic interests based upon whatever other reason they chose to vote for him. But he is about to show Americans what it is that he said he was going to do. I have always said that I am focused on Black folks. And I think if this is not a shot to our head to tell Black folks what it is that we need to do and focus on, I don't know what else is. We have a serious problem within our community, a serious problem. We have broken families. We have, we're being led by, people that shouldn't be leading us. We essentially allowed the media to turn our interests, our agenda, everything that our people, our ancestors, our relatives who are no longer with us work for, into a barbershop conversation. I mean, that is essentially what the national media and the political parties have turned us into, is, this culture bullshit. All these young people who don't know shit are out here trying to determine or speak about the community, our community. We're such a young, focused community that we don't understand the history and what our people have been through, what they suffered through to get to where we are. And we've suffered over the last 2 or 3 elections. We have a lot of, entertainers and musicians and people that work in that industry who are speaking on behalf of Black men. We have a lot of women who are very, very interested in being seen as leaders of our community. That is not the way that we built our community. It's not. We built our community on intellectuals. We built our community on people that actually studied what's going on in this country. We built our community on sticking together, having a foundation. We built our community on intact families, not broken families. We built our communities on men being in the household with their wives and with their children, as opposed to us being a majority single mother community. And we saw what happens when we allow that to happen. I mean, we have broken families. I saw something on Twitter today where someone who is very prevalent in the voting arena, who says something about if the Democratic Party wants Black women support, to keep Kamala Harris's name out of your mouth. What does that do for us? I mean, I don't understand that. What does that do for our community? That comment, it does nothing. It's just a bunch of gibberish. It puts us nowhere. I mean, what we need to do is we need to have interdependence, not independence. I mean, when we hear a lot of times, unfortunately, my sisters talk about Black people as like Black women or Black men, like we're separate. We're not separate. We're one, and we need to put an agenda together that focuses on what's best for our community, the entire community. And until we do that, in my opinion, we're going to continue to take these losses. Stop celebrating, broken families. Stop celebrating, single mothers that just go out and have children and don't get married. It's broken. I mean, and that's how you break a community, is by breaking the family. And I think that's what's happened to us over the last 30 to 40 years, is our family's broken. Who's leading our family? Who are our children looking up to? What is the goal of the Black community? I mean, we've been infiltrated by every group that comes to the United States, and they turn around, and the first opportunity they get to turn their backs on us, they do that. And that's exactly what happened this time with Spanish men and the Arab community. All of them people turn their backs on us when a lot of those guys and young ladies came into this country based upon the support as well as the hard work of Black Americans. And then the second they get here, we embrace them into our community. And then when they get to a point where they're like, I don't care anymore, they move on. So I guess what I'm trying to say, Tony, is that I think that African Americans, and I'm not talking about Black people, I'm talking about African American people born and raised in this community, born and raised in this country, descendants of oppressed people in this country, need to recognize that we have power within our own group. We're 50 million people. They're about, a million or two one way or the other. And we need to focus on our agenda. Yeah. Our agenda only. And politicians that don't want to just focus on things that are better for our community, we need to not vote for them. Stop with the people of color. Stop with we're united together, because we're not. In 2016, we saw what those communities thought of us. In 2024, we see what those communities think of us. So I just think we need to change a lot within our own community to get things done. I'm not blaming anybody for the election. I just think that Black people in this country are too nice to other people in trying to bring them into our community. And we need to start focusing on ourselves and being selfish like every other group of people in the United States does. So I'll turn it over to you.